Spamming your paladin, they are not fighting your side. Spamming your paladin, they don't need to hide. You got paladin just chilling over there, send them in, marked with how flare. The paladin can't just stand there, we are getting pushed over here. Spamming your paladin, spamming your paladin, spamming your paladin. Spamming your paladin, they are not fighting your side. Spamming your paladin, they don't need to hide. Send them now, send them fast. The paladin will surely last. Spamming your paladin, spamming your paladin, spamming your paladin. Paladin, 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 way too many. Paladin, 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 spam them in. Paladin, 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 way too many. Paladin, 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 spam them in. Paladin, 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 way too many. Paladin, 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 spam them in.
What's going on, guys? Hope you're having a great morning or afternoon or evening, whatever time it is where you are. I'm going to go ahead and hop right into casting the finals for Sola Victoria. Real Mr. Warlock, welcome to the chat. Hello, hello. How's it going? Yeah, so we have the Sola Victoria finals for bracket D between Flying Mouse and Hannes. And yeah, we're gonna hop into the map draft, and then we'll go ahead and do the Civ draft. It's the best of 7. Only time during the tournament that we're doing a best of 7 because it's the finals. And yeah, I'm hoping for good things. I'll show you real quick. Hannes' profile is currently at 1371, but he has been all the way up to 1500 before, so German player. And Flying Mouse is currently at 1480, and has been all the way up to 1541. Also a German player, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so we'll hop into this map draft, and yeah, let's see what they get. Flying Mouse opens up with picking Hamburger. Interesting choice. Hannes picks Arena, so we have hybrid map and closed map. Flying Mouse bans Nomad. Hannes bans Scandinavia. Flying Mouse bans Africa Clearing. And Hannes bans Land Nomad. Okay, so we're going to see zero Nomad openings in this set, which is really interesting. It looks like neither player wants to play the Nomad style. Flying Mouse apparently wants hybrid. He picks up Migration. What's up, RJ? How's it going? It's live? No, I'm live, but the games have been played. But yeah, this is the finals for bracket D. This will also be uploaded to YouTube, just so you guys know. So if you miss any of it and you want to watch it later, you can always go back and watch it on YouTube. I'm going to upload all of the finals to YouTube after I cast them live on Twitch. Hannes picks Mediterranean Flying Mouse picks Fortress, and then Hannes picks Shoals. Okay, all right. And then the admin pick is going to be Hill Fort. So we're going to see each player. This is really interesting, actually. Neither one of these players wanted to play a Nomad map. They banned all of the Nomad maps. Both players picked 2 hybrid maps, and both players picked 1 closed map. So I think both of them are going to be fairly happy with this map selection, because it seems like they had very similar tastes in what they wanted to play. So we're going to open up on Hill Fort. This should be fun. And then yeah, let's take a look at the Civ draft. Hey Dan, what's up? What's up? Okay, so Flying Mouse is going to open with banning Cumans. Hannes is going to ban Romans. Flying Mouse bans Mongols, and Hannes bans Armenians. This is really interesting to me, guys, because like in bracket D, the bans have been so different than in the rest of the brackets. Like normally you don't see Romans or Cumans on the ban list, or Armenians really. Mongols is pretty common, but like 3 of these you hardly ever see them. But it may have to do with them doing homework on each other and just realizing that the other player plays really well with a particular civ on a particular map, and they don't want to play against it, so they ban it, right? Flying Mouse picks Italians, very nice hybrid civ. Hannes picks Portuguese, also a very nice hybrid civ. Could potentially be used on the closed maps as well. Portuguese is really, really versatile. Flying Mouse is going to pick up Chinese, very strong on a lot of maps. Hannes goes Byzantines, great for water maps, but could also be used on closed maps as well. Flying Mouse goes Khmer, not sure where that will be used, but obviously a good civ in a lot of ways. Hannes goes Persians, great civ for pretty much every map, but particularly hybrid maps with the faster working docks. Flying Mouse goes Lithuanians. I don't know where Lithuanians. I guess that could be used on Hill Fort maybe. Hill Fort could be good for that. Burgundians pretty solid on the closed maps. Turks for Flying Mouse, really good on the closed maps. Japanese for Hannes, great hybrid civ. Malay for Flying Mouse, another really good hybrid civ, could be used on several different maps. Dravidians, I've seen Dravidians a lot on Shoals, right? That's been a big pick for Shoals. Flying Mouse picks Hindustanis. I've seen Hindustanis several times on Hill Fort. Saracens. I think Saracens could be good for like Fortress Arena or Hill Fort, but it's also decent on some of the other hybrid maps as well. Vikings. That's a good pick for Flying Mouse, who's going to probably use that on something like Migration, is my guess. Bohemians. Bohemians is probably the best closed map civ. So Fortress or Arena, I fully expect to see this on Fortress or Arena. Huns from Flying Mouse. I don't know where he's going to use Huns. Huns just doesn't feel like a strong pick, but maybe he won't even use it. I don't know. It could be the extra civ, right? Berbers. Could be on any of the closed maps. Honestly, Berbers is pretty versatile. Could be on a lot of different maps. Let's check and see what their snipes are. And wow, okay, so Flying Mouse immediately snipes Persians, and Hannes immediately snipes Italians. Really, really good snipes. I think both these civs can potentially be really, really strong on the hybrid map. So I think they're good bans. The only other one that I would think to ban in this situation would be banning Bohemians, because Bohemians is really good on Fortress and Arena, right? And potentially really good on Hill Fort. That being said, we've seen their profiles, we've seen their drafts. We're going to go ahead and hop on over to Capture Age. Let me get you guys there. Just a quick disclaimer, blurps are not available during these casts, okay? So once I'm done casting, blurps will be available again. You can use the points though, so be careful, don't waste them. I don't have them turned off. I simply don't have the notification on for when I'm casting. So just letting you guys know from the get-go, don't use any blurps right now. Really just save the channel points for when I'm playing. I will be playing after this, after this cast. All right, so we have Hannes here in the blue as Berbers. Interesting, he's using it on Hillfort. And Flying Mouse playing as Malay on Hillfort. All right, and here we go. So I will do what I've done the entire tournament. I will speed things up here just at the beginning until we hit some action. But we'll keep an eye on their vills, make sure nobody loses a vill to a boar. And we'll see if anything special happens here in the beginning of the game. So I think Malay is going to be some kind of fast castle, maybe Monk Siege, or I'm gonna have to go back to the last patch, guys. Sorry about that. Give me a second to get that last patch loaded up. These games were played on the last patch. I forgot. That's my bad. Okay. It'll take just a minute for me to go and figure this out again. Okay. Close the game out. Unfortunately, I have to do this. It's good to know now. You guys are gonna have a black screen for a second. Sorry. Steam games. Right click on this. Properties. Go to betas. And we need to put a code in. Grape juice is like, we've seen this before. We know why this happened. Who sent me the code? Sent it to me. Yep, here it is. This is a beautiful code that you can use to go to the last patch. It's great. I'm so glad that I have it. Check code. There we go. Now when I open it, it should open on the last patch and we should be okay. And it's all synchronizing to go to the previously live patch. And then we'll be good. I'm also trying to get rid of my morning voice. I have cranberry grape juice next to me that I'm drinking. There are all out of water bottles downstairs, so I opted for cran grape. I don't know if any of you guys like cran grape, but okay, load game, replays, and here we go. We'll be back here in just a second. Boom, look at that, guys. We're back. Hopefully it works this time. I'm going to go ahead and change Flying Mouse back to red. All right. We'll speed it up just a little bit so we can get back to where we were. Hopefully it won't close out on us. All right, I think we're fine. I think we're good now, guys. Cranberry's good too. Yeah, I don't know. Grape juice combined with cranberry, cran grape is just like, I don't know, it hits the spot. I love to throw a little bit of Sprite in it too from time to time, and it tastes so good. Probably all just all the sugar. Yeah. So Malay, I expect like maybe a like fast castle into Karambit play or something like that. But you never know with Malay. Sometimes they could have like a men-at-arms play because they get that extra armor. I don't know. There's a lot of options for Malay. Just the fast up times, and he is building a barracks. So we'll slow things down now because I think we're going to see some action. The fact that he built the barracks so early makes me think it's going to be a men-at-arms play from the Malay. And then as Berbers, I don't know. Like, does he want to go like 3 stable knights or something? Hannes might go camel archers. Might just go into a boom. Like, there's a lot of different options with both civs, but I think Malay is a little more straightforward. I think if you're playing Berbers in this situation, you might like respond according to what your opponent does. No militia being built yet, but there's the feudal age time. We'll speed it up just a little bit while we're waiting to see what he's gonna do. And like Hannes is adding the farms. Hannes is going FC, right? He's going FC. This is like a textbook FC build, right? He's not going up right away. And there's the militia that I was talking about, right? So we're gonna see maybe militia into men-at-arms and a tower potentially. It is something we've seen pretty frequently on the on Hill Fort. And now we'll slow it down. So I think we'll see the upgrade come in very soon. And where is? Oh, he opts for double bid axe. He opts for double bid axe, but is double bid axe the way? I don't know. I don't think so. Like, I think he needed to get the men-at-arms earlier. Now he's revealed them already, but they're not really doing very much damage, right? I don't know. The tower men-at-arms play can be really strong, though, so I'm not going to criticize it. Because at the end of the day, I've seen this work really well. I've also seen it flop. I've seen it go both ways, but I would love to see how it goes now for Flying Mouse. Flying Mouse is going to get this scout kill here, though. This is really big. Like, he just killed the scout, and he has a ton of HP still left on his. And Flying Mouse is forcing... Look at how many walls he's forced. He forced a barracks. He forced more palisades. He forced houses. Like, you need the houses anyway, I guess, but I think he did a lot here. This is a lot of idle time. And I think he's going to lose a Vil. Oh, 2 HP Vil. No loom! No, Hades get loom! Oh no, a Vil goes down! Oh, I've been in this situation. I feel so bad. I've been in this situation so many times where I just, like, I'm FCing and I'm on a safe map and I forget to get loom and then I don't get it. And I don't realize that I don't have it and it's so bad. And now, oh, Hannes is forced to build a tower and he still doesn't have loom. He's getting it. He's getting it. He remembered. He realized the mistake. And then, like, Flying Mouse is almost in. And there's a gap here. There's a hole. Does he see it? He doesn't see it. He sees it. Oh, the quick wall. The quick wall just in time. Oh, man. So much pressure. And Flying Mouse has to feel really good about the fact that he forced a tower and he forced a barracks. For someone trying to go FC, this can be really annoying to have to add these extra buildings. And look at Hannes's eco. He's not even close. He wants to do a castle. You can see he's on the stone that he wants to do a castle. He wants to FC into a castle, but now he's got to add more farms. Now he's delayed, and Flying Mouse has got to be really happy with this position of causing his opponent not to be able to play the way that he wanted to play. And again, does Hannes realize there's a hole here? Like, Flying Mouse is going to rip through this palisade pretty fast, and there is a hole, and okay, Hannes realizes it. Hannes is on top of it. There comes the market. There comes the market from Hannes, so he might just buy his way up. Flying Mouse realizes that he's been walled out, and he's going to look for another target to hit, which is really smart, because some players won't be paying attention to this. They'll just be banging on the wall, and then they'll get in here, and they'll realize, oh, there's nowhere to go. And so Flying Mouse is doing the right thing. He's causing Hannes to have to wall extra, right? And there's a lot of farms behind this. Like, look at the... there has been a minute and 21 seconds of idle time for Flying Mouse, but he also killed a Vil. So, actually, I think, yeah, he killed a Vil. So, like, his eco is about the same. The res collected are slightly in favor of Hannes, but also, Hannes has had to spend a lot more to wall all of this out. Like, he's had to build a lot of houses, a lot of palisades, and Flying Mouse has not had to do that. So, although the res collected are slightly higher for Hannes, and look at this, a second tower. A second tower. He's forcing more idle time, and look at the stone count. I agree, RJ. He is on his way up to castle, right? Hannes is on his way to castle, but Hannes won't have the stone. He will not have the stone to build the castle right away. He's gonna put these villas back on stone, but like now he's got these 2 towers. But those 2 towers will make it so he's not able to get the castle up right away, not able to get into the camel archers as fast as he wants to. And like even if he does get the castle up very, very quickly, he still doesn't have any of the upgrades, right? He doesn't have fletching, he doesn't have padded archer armor, he doesn't have bloodlines, he doesn't have husbandry, he doesn't have a stable. So like all of those things that if he hadn't had to invest in all of these walls that he would be able to get, he hasn't been able to get. right? And now he's also going to be further behind in the Vil count, right? I do think that that Hannes is still in a decent position. He's not in a bad position. But Flying Mouse, I think, is going to be happy with this. He forced 2 towers compared to his 1. He forced a lot of extra building. And Flying Mouse is not far away from Castle himself. And remember, Malay get the very fast Castle time. So I think that he's going to catch up pretty quickly. And there's Castle Age for Flying Mouse. He's only going to be a minute behind the Castle. And like I said, Hannes is going to be, maybe he'll have enough stone. Not really. He's still got to collect a little bit. And, oh, he's going to try and leave. Now, obviously, Flying Mouse can't see this. Oh, there's 2 very weak Vils out here, too. This is risky. When you know your opponent is out on the map, leaving to go build what I'm assuming is going to be a TC over here is risky business. He's idling these 2 Vils, right? These 2 Vils are constantly repairing the house. And, yeah, now I think we're going to see a TC over here and maybe a castle here. Or maybe he'll build the castle in front of this TC. I don't know. But we're arson in for Flying Mouse. I wonder what Flying Mouse's plan is. Is he going to stick with infantry? I love this, guys. We see a doc from Flying Mouse who most likely is thinking demos, right? He's thinking demos on this map. And now we have Bowsaw coming in. Arson is in, so these houses will go down faster. Are we going to see more infantry? I mean, we have a range now. Maybe we're going to see some crossbows. Knights from Hannes. I don't know where he got those knights from. Okay, he built the stable. So knights from Hannes, who eventually is going to get a castle. He's going to get a castle. Okay, well, these units are probably going to get cleaned up now, right? Yeah. I mean, honestly, they'll still probably take out a knight. Maybe 2. I think he gets 1 knight here. Which, you know, for those units got a lot of value, right? He got a lot of value. Now he's getting pikemen, the pikeman upgrade, and he's going fire galley. Fire galley seems like a bad investment because the melee units will just eat the fire galley. I'm not so sure about this, honestly. The doc, if it was demos, maybe, but like fire galley just seems like a bad idea. I will say, scouting for neither player is great, right? They're both kind of missing all of the relics. I guess Hot Flying Mouse sees these 2 in the back, and Hannes sees 3 somewhere. Yeah, this is like a few units fighting here currently. And the knights are going to run away. I don't know. I guess they're pretty damaged, so he doesn't have a lot of knights. And he's got all this stone banked, but where's he going to build the castle? Where does Hannes want to build this castle? And what's interesting is Hannes is going to... Oh, I thought he was going to run and find this TC. Now I don't think he is. So both players are going to be on 2 TC. But, like, we've got a lot of stone banked. And honestly, I think we're going to see castles from both players because both players have the stone for it. Ooh, I like this castle. I like this castle for Hannes. Like, it covers the range, the dock, the blacksmith, and I don't think Flying Mouse can deny this. Like, these are just pikemen. And there's enough knights here that I think they can keep the pikemen occupied long enough to get this castle up. He needs to get it up, though. He needs to send the knights in and just let the knights die. It's fine. As long as you get that castle up, you'll be all right. Yeah, he's going to do that. He's going to do that. He's going to sacrifice the knights to make sure the castle goes up. Hey, K-Guy, what's up? Yeah, the Amazon Tunnel is such a fun map. Anyway, 1 archer out here, and I think I just missed a big demo. We're going back. I did. I mean, I didn't miss it. I heard it, but oh my. This is going to be such a big moment, guys. So, look at this. The demo comes out, and look how many Vils go down. Boom! 6 Vils from 1 demo. And now he might deny the castle. This is insane from Flying Mouse. This is such a good play. Like, brilliant. He's denying the castle. Will he actually deny the castle completely? 99. Oh, it goes up. It goes up. But at what cost? At what cost, guys? Like, Hannes gets this up, but Flying Mouse killed like 10 vills. Look at the vill count, 54 to 47. Oh man, like Flying Mouse got so much value out of this dock now. I think Hannes has to be kicking himself. He could have put the vills on the other side. Like he could have put the vills on this side building the castle, but he was building it right here, and the demo got such good value. I don't think that Flying Mouse should be building fire galleys, though. I guess it could sit right under the foundation and kill it. But I think with the camel archers coming out, that won't happen. Knights trying to break in here for Hannes. A castle going up for Flying Mouse. And I think the biggest disadvantage of being Berbers here is that your opponent being Malay is probably going to get up first, right? And I think the Malay player will just trap this castle down, and then Hannes is going to be in trouble. Right? Hannes is now behind in the vill count. He also is going to have the slower uptime to imp, and Hannes has enough stone. He could build a second castle, right? He could build a second castle maybe back here to defend this. I don't know. These knights are looking for value. Is Flying Mouse paying attention? He sees this. He is paying attention. He garrisons. Okay, now will Hannes pull away? Yeah, Hannes pulls away with the knights. And yeah, Flying Mouse is building these fires just so they can sit right underneath the foundation of the castle and do some damage to it. And they actually do decent damage, right? They do decent damage. Oh, and Hannes opts for a tower. I don't think I really like this tower. Like, it doesn't even get all the gold. I guess it will eventually when he gets Fletching and Bodkin. Which, if he's building camel archers, he should be getting Fletching and Bodkin. But, like, Flying Mouse can see that. He can see the tower. He's just sending the units there. He might stop that tower from going up. And there's the imp timing. Flying Mouse already on the way to imp. That's what I was talking about. That's the scary part. If you're up against Malay, that's the scary thing that the Malay can do, right? Is they can go up so quickly to imp, and then they can just treb everything down. And like, Halb treb is really scary. Like, unless you have the camel archer numbers to deal with the Halbs, Halb treb is just gonna push everything. And what is this? He's getting thalassocracy, whatever that is. It's the tech that makes it so your docks shoot arrows. Why would you get that on this map? That is so funny. What a funny tech. So now his harbor will shoot arrows at these units. And it's actually working. He's actually hitting units. That's so funny. Now he gets fletching. So it's going to do more damage. The dock is going to do damage to this castle. A knight goes down to the castle over here. And I guess this is like defensive harbors for Flying Mouse, right? But he gets a conversion on that camel archer. And this tower was denied, by the way, guys. He should delete it. Hannes should delete this so it doesn't go down. It's just going to go down. But Hannes, yeah, not very much military out. He is up to imp as well, though. Right? He is going up to imp. He can build his own second castle. Actually, he spent all the stone. What did he spend? I guess he sold the stone to go up. Look at his eco, though. He's got really good eco. He doesn't even have... He actually has less eco than Flying Mouse. I guess Flying Mouse is just doing a better job at spending it. Oh, and look at this. Flying Mouse is just going to build harbors to defend his main base. And he's going to set the treb to treb this castle behind the harbors. It's so funny to watch. Yeah, I love this elo range. It's so funny to watch the choices that they make that can lead to very interesting games. So, I mean, Flying Mouse has 2 trebs out. That castle's going to go down very fast. And Hannes is making the choice to get chemistry. I don't think he's going to try and save the castle. The castle's just going to go down. I'm thinking he's going to go bombard cannons. Yeah, this castle goes down. There's going to be pikemen, monks to defend these trebs. And I think these trebs will just keep pushing forward. And knights is not the play here. I mean, bloodlines and chain barding armor is not going to work against this. Right, he's going to have plenty of pikes and monks to defend these trebs. We have a third TC coming for Flying Mouse. Now 12 Vil lead for Flying Mouse. And wouldn't it be funny if we saw fish traps, guys? I think it'd be hilarious if we saw fishing boats and fish traps on these harbors, but I don't think we will. And there comes Halb, which is what we fully expected to see. And chemistry is in. Ooh, hand cannons. And look at this play. Flying Mouse is just building harbors all up front to protect his trebs. This is hilarious, guys. I think we do need to see chemistry and Bodkin, or we already see Bodkin, Bracer from Flying Mouse. And like, this is open now, so if Flying Mouse wanted to, he could send the Halbs in, but there's not really much he could do. Not much to hit in here with Halbs. Hannes should see this. He's just passing. He's letting these Vils come forward. He should be killing those Vils. And like, the hand cannons should do work here though, right? Like, he's built a lot over here, and he is getting a siege workshop. Hannes getting the siege workshop is big here, because he can add bombard cannons to deal with the trebs. He needs to kill these monks and clean up the infantry here. So it looks like Hannes chased down some karambits that were over there. There's more karambits over here that he's going to chase down. But he does have these hand cannons that can deal with this, right? This TC will go down to the trebs. Guys, what I think is going to be very worrisome. Oh, he's going war galleys. Interesting. I was going to say the demos could be very worrisome if you're Hannes, right? Yeah, still hand cannons, unless these are galleons, hand cannons will deal with them just fine. As long as they're not like massive numbers, right? But it looks like Flying Mouse is going to build his own ranges, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see some Genitors, guys. I would love to see. Oh no, this is, never mind. It's Malay. We'll see Arb. We could see Genitors from Hannes though. I would love to see Genitors. Anytime I see Berbers, I think Genitors are such a fun little play. But from the Malay, yeah, we might see Skirms, we might see Arb. Dude, it's so funny that he's building harbors though. Harbors with chemistry, and watch them kill the hand cannons. I guess he needs ballistics, right? Yeah, he needs ballistics. These harbors aren't really hitting. They're missing right now. And these hand cannons need to be up here. Like, Flying Mouse is putting in work with his Halbs. He's killing Vils and annoying the farming eco. I don't know what he's teching into here. I haven't seen any techs that would indicate ranged units, but I think we have Bodkin. I think one Treb goes down there. Oh, cannon galleons doing work. The monks go down. And there's a lot of hand cannons here, but the harbors, man. Like, the harbors are going to put in work on these hand cannons. And now we have bombard cannons coming out for Hannes. And okay, crossbows in, thumb ring is in. We're gonna see Arbalest eventually. I think the cannon galleon goes down. That's an expensive loss, guys. Like, losing cannon galleons is so expensive, and there's gonna be another Treb lost here. So the eco is similar, although as far as, like, I should say res collected is similar, but the amount of Vils out for Flying Mouse, way more Vils, 50 more Vils. It's almost like Hannes has forgot to continue to produce. Yeah, he's not producing out of his one TC, and he really needs to add another TC. Like, he's doing well with the military, but oh, there's a demo. Oh no, the demo's gonna get the bombard cannons. Oh, what an expensive loss for Hannes. That demo does such good work there. And will we see? Oh, there's gonna be another demo. No, this demo's gonna hit. This demo's gonna hit. He's gonna let it out, and it's gonna blow up these. Oh no! Oh, big shot with the demo. Huge shot with the demo. Oh my! The amount of hits that Flying Mouse has gotten with demos this game is insane. Like, he's literally killed so many units. AK guys has 6 out of 10. I mean, yeah, but he also, like, took so much HP off the rest of these hand cannons. They're so weak now. Need a few more bodies for full satisfaction. Yeah. So Flying Mouse's eco is now flying. And like, oh man, all these knights are going down. It seems to me like Flying Mouse is doing the right things at the right time. Right? He's putting so much pressure on Hannes, and Hannes is just fleeing to build another TC, and he's down to 55 bills. Right? Like, this game is in now total control for Flying Mouse. Flying Mouse is spamming karambits out now. I'm sure he'll be hitting a lot of vulnerable areas on the map. And yeah, Hannes just needs to build bills. Like, he's had 14 minutes of idle TC time, and he's only got 1 TC. That's really bad. Right? I think if he had kept producing bills and built a few more TCs, he would be in a really good position right now. Like, he's got the right units. He's got hand cannons, he's got bombard cannons, he's got knights. Like, he could do a lot with what he's got. And oh, please don't lose more to this to demos. Not the demos. And he built another cannon galleon, but the cannon galleon is actually going to go down to the bombard cannon. So nice pick off by Hannes right there. I don't know where those karambits went. There was a bunch of karambits running back this way, but I guess they... Oh, no! The 3 bombard cannons were chasing, and they get killed by the arbs. Man! The expensive losses for Hannes. He just can't keep his bombard cannons alive. It's so rough. And now we have redemption in for Flying Mouse, who can convert the bombard cannons with his monks, and he already has block printing. So although the KD is even, and like you're like, okay, Hannes has done a good job fighting, he hasn't produced bills, and now he's starting to produce, but it's too late. Like, you're down, your opponent has 134 bills and now has 10k res more than you. It's too late, right? And this castle's gonna go up, but the castle's gonna go up and then immediately get like bombard cannoned or trebbed down, because there's a castle right here for Flying Mouse. That's a lot of hand cannons, but it won't matter against arbs, right? The hand cannons, if you have full arb help from your opponent, the hand cannons won't be enough, and it's double the pop now for Flying Mouse. Let's see what Flying Mouse does with this. Oh, he's microing the cannon galleon to kill the TC. He wants the TC. Actually, now he's microing down the bombard cannons. Oh. He gets two good hits. I think he's gonna get it. I think he's gonna get these bombard cannons. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's close. The harbor might save the day. Okay, the cannon galleon is saved, but the bombard cannons... Look at the bombard cannons! They're running forward to the helms. Oh, no. And I think both these bombard cannons will go down here. Like, all the knights are going to go down, the bombard cannons are going to go down, and this side's going to be just eradicated. Hannes might not know it, but he's in a very, very bad predicament. The harbor play for Flying Mouse is paying off. Oh, man. Rough. And then, like, this TC is going to go down, so Hannes might feel like, well... I have a lot of hand cannons. I've killed one of his TCs. Maybe I've killed his only other TC. But what he doesn't realize is that Flying Mouse has like 100 vills back here and 2 TCs. Like, if you're Hannes, you can see this. I don't think he can actually see these farms because they weren't there before. Yeah, I think it's gonna be GG very soon for Hannes, unfortunately. I think that Flying Mouse has done a wonderful job, and very nice for Flying Mouse to start off game 1 this way, right? I don't see much that Hannes can do at this point. Like, he's trying to get a defensive castle up here, but Flying Mouse is going to defend over on this side, and then he's just going to slow push this castle, right? Forced levy coming in, long swordsman. Like, Flying Mouse is getting every tech in the book right now. There's 1 Treb over here, but what is 1 Treb gonna do? All he has to do, like, Flying Mouse can just build 2 cannon galleons over here and kill this, right? A few knights getting a little bit of value for Hannes, but the Vil count still only 55 for Hannes. Like, no Vils. Army, very, very small numbers of army. He has a nice army here, but like once these arbalests get over there, I don't think those numbers will mean much. No relic collection really. I don't think either player has any relics. This castle might even go down. Even if all of these Vils and this castle go down, I think Flying Mouse is still fine. And there's the cannon galleon I was talking about. He's just gonna build a cannon galleon, and well, I guess this cannon galleon is gonna be shot. Yeah. Third TC back here in the corner for Flying Mouse, who now has almost double the score of Hannes. Do we have chemistry yet from Flying Mouse? I don't think so. Oh no, it's in. Chemistry is in. Oh, he's had it for a while. Yeah, you can tell with the arbs. That castle did go down, but like here, now we can get bombard cannons out for Flying Mouse, and this castle's gonna die. Very, very little that I think Hannes can really do from this position. Like, he's just down so much. He's down 20k res. I think he basically has to tap soon. And heavy plow coming in from Flying Mouse. Some of these techs that we're seeing are techs that you usually wouldn't see. And we're just seeing them because it's so much res that Flying Mouse has to spend. Hey, miscellaneous leopard, what's going on? Yeah, I mean, both these trebs go down, and then what does Hannes even have, right? I think that Flying Mouse wants to get some shots on these hand cannons with the demos. And Flying Mouse knows that Hannes can't see these, so he's waiting for him to come down on the crossing to send them forward. And he might actually get it. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, they're on the crossing? And, like, Hannes is now under 100 pop. I think this is the moment where you would call it. But Hannes probably feels like, well, I'm getting a lot of light cav raids. I'm killing a lot of Vils. But what he doesn't know is that there's a whole lot more Vils back here. Hannes has lost his main base. He's really lost his side base. And there's not much left for him to collect over on this side. And he just doesn't have enough Vils. Like, that's been the issue this whole game for Hannes, is he's never really gotten to a good Vil count. And just like, he's done decent with the military control. It's just been a problem of not having the res because he doesn't have the Vils. And now we have Arb over on this side, clearing everything up. There's no more army really left. The hand cannons, I don't even know where the hand cannons went. There's a dozen hand cannons under this castle, but your opponent has full control of the entire middle section of the map and the corners. Like, you have one area and it's dying. And now we have two-handed swordsman coming in from Flying Mouse. All of the techs from Flying Mouse. And I will say, Flying Mouse is the favorite here. He is the #1 seed in this bracket. Done very, very well so far in the tournament. And there's the GG from Hannes, who does finally call it. And it's interesting. Hannes actually has much higher EAPM than Flying Mouse. But Flying Mouse seems to continuously be working on the eco behind the military. And we had a really good, hey, Andre with the big raid. What's up, Andre? Thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. And welcome, Raiders. Hope you had a great stream, Andre. Always like watching your stream. We are casting Sola Victoria finals right now. And yeah, we just finished game 1. So welcome, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and open up game 2. Thanks for the follow, Mercury 125. Appreciate it. And we'll go ahead and, yeah, dive right into game 2. Just give me a second to pull it up. I think this is game 2. It's game 1. Let's go with this Yeah, I have been casting a whole lot of Sola Victoria in the last month and a half, 2 months, and it's been a lot of fun watching all these different elos from all different places on the elo spectrum. I'll go ahead and make the color for Hannes, or for Flying Mouse red. Hannes blue, Flying Mouse red. Game 2, we'll go ahead and give the win to Flying Mouse. It's 1-0 in the best of 7. Sola Victoria Finals, Bracket D. Game 2, here we go. I will speed it up a little bit in the beginning. So Game 2 is on Arena. And obviously it's the new arena with the chickens out in the middle. And Hannes is playing in blue as the Burgundians. Flying Mouse is playing in red as the Turks. And I am looking forward to this one. I think both these civs are really solid arena civs. Like Burgundians, obviously you get the eco upgrades early and they're cheaper. And then the Turks, you get the very fast imp times with the with Janissaries, bombard cannons, the monk play, very yeah, clown style ish. I think that the civ for Flying Mouse here is probably the stronger of the two. But I've seen Burgundians be very overwhelming with just how much eco they can have behind the military push because of the bonuses that they get. I think that if Flying Mouse pushes really early and really hard, he'll have the advantage. If he waits to the late game, obviously Burgundians is very strong in the late game, right? Both civs really solid civs for this map. I think both players are going to be very comfortable here. Both players wanted hybrid maps and closed maps. They opted to have no nomad maps, so they both banned the nomad maps. They opened on Hill Fort, where Flying Mouse took a very solid victory as Malay, and I think that was a really good choice by Flying Mouse for that map. Malay is really solid there. I wonder if we're going to see early aggression again from Flying Mouse. Last game we had a lot of early aggression. This game could be some of the same. Hannes picking really a boomy civ that you don't really press early with typically, but you take advantage of their strong eco and then have very strong early imp or late castle with how much res they can collect early. Let's see, he got double bit axe, he got horse collar, so he's taking advantage of his civ's bonus very nicely. Neither player with a lot of idle TC time, which is good. At this level, right, where they're both around 1500, that's kind of to be expected at this point, that they would have that under control. But sometimes you get nervousness in tournament play and players forget to do things that they normally would do. And we have a very clean build order from Flying Mouse, who's going to go up at 23 vills, and I'm assuming he's going to do like a 23 plus 2, and he's going to try and have a very nice fast castle timing, maybe into Janissaries, right? Where can you find the brackets? I can show you where you can find the brackets, but there will be spoilers, okay? So, warning, there's the brackets, but a lot of these games, the finals have been played, so you're going to have spoilers. So, you know, just take it for what it is. If you go and look, you're going to see things that maybe you don't want to see yet. So, just forewarning you. And beautiful build for Flying Mouse, who is getting to castle a very nice time. And, ooh, what is this? What is this? Is this like a special build, or he's taking the chickens? Interesting. He's getting out on the map and taking the chickens early. All right, we're going to slow things down now, guys. We're going to slow things down now. Hannes is also up. Where's the stable for Hannes? Okay, it's right there behind the market. And we're going to see scouts out on the map for Hannes. Now, Hannes has no idea. Actually, he can see the carcasses of the chickens. So if he's paying attention, he could actually see that these chickens are being taken. But what is the plan from Flying Mouse? Like, he's out on the map. Okay, he's going to build a barracks out on the map. Like, he gets the light cav automatically with the Turks, right? So maybe he wants to fight for relics and he feels like having the extra food will allow him to get light cav out faster. That may be the play. And he doesn't have a stable, though. Maybe he forgot to build the barracks and now he's a little behind. And now this scout could get value. There's the light cav. There's the monastery, so maybe he's just going to go with a monastery and a barracks. Build some... Okay, he's building spearmen. So both players building some spearmen. Both players building... Well, Hannes building some scouts. And now Flying Mouse is... He hasn't built a stable, which is very odd. You usually build the stable here. Is like, trying to pick off those monks with spearmen is not going to really work. So, okay, there's the stable. Now he's going to get the stable out. And Hannes is ahead by, like, 500 res collected right now because of his Civ bonus. So, he's got a solid lead. He's building the monastery. He's building a TC as well. So, Hannes is going to get an even further lead with the eco. But, will he have to sacrifice... Will he have to sacrifice the relic play for the eco play? This is really what it's going to come down to, is can he still get a decent amount of relics, or is he going to lose out on some of these relics for having gone for the second TC so early? Flying Mouse now adding the second TC. So Flying Mouse gets out all these buildings, starts producing the units, and is now adding the second TC. I don't know why these vills aren't building it. He's got 2 vills just standing there. Is that the garrison point for his TC? It might be the garrison point. Also, can they both see... Okay, they both can see all 5 relics. And Hannes is already going for one. But at the same time, Flying Mouse has already got one. So I think that Hannes should probably get this one okay. Flying Mouse obviously already has one. There are more scouts out for Hannes. Quite a few more scouts out for Hannes, but they're not light cav, right? No light cav yet. And I think he's going to try and maybe convert one of these spears, potentially. We do see a second monk coming out for Flying Mouse. No second monk. Oh, actually, there already is a second monk for Hannes. So Hannes has 2 monks out. He has 4 scouts. Yeah, I think Hannes is doing a great job. He kills that monk, and then he just runs away with the scouts. He's trying to block long enough to get the spear, and he does. He gets the spear. He might even save this monk. He needs to run with the monk, though. He saves the monk. Oh, what a good play from Hannes. He kills everything Flying Mouse had out. And Flying Mouse seems like he's not going to keep investing in this. He's not building any scouts. He's not building any spears. He's only got 1 monk. And Burgundians get food from the relics as well. And Hannes is going on to his 3rd TC. He's got 3 more vills. He's got 1k more res collected. And Flying Mouse is building a 3rd TC too. But Flying Mouse is down 4 vills. And he doesn't have the ecotext that Hannes has. Well, I guess he has all but the heavy plow. So he's missing heavy plow. Hannes has heavy plow. He also has bow saw. And a camel. Flying Mouse made a camel. Interesting. Oh, and Hannes gets in. The monk accidentally lets the scouts in, and the scouts are killing vills. Now, these vills do have loom, but I think the second vill is going to go down. A monk and 2 vills. Hannes cleans up with 2 scouts. And I think we're going to have the 3rd relic coming in for Hannes, and maybe the 4th. If Hannes can secure a 4th relic, things will be looking really, really good for Hannes in game 2. Even now, Hannes is well in the lead with res collected. He's got a Vill lead. He's got 3 TCs out, and he's getting wheelbarrow, so his eco's going to be really flying now. So wheelbarrow's in. 22 farms for Hannes. How many farms do we have? 22 farms as well for Flying Mouse. So equal farming count. A 4th TC from Hannes. Hannes is just really cranking out the eco. And we do see these monks are kind of just chilling. I think maybe Hannes feels like trying to go for this relic might not be worth it, but I think it is. Like, your opponent doesn't really have that much out on the field. Now, fortunate for Flying Mouse, he is going to see these monks, and he's going to kill both of them. Yeah, two monks down for Hannes. Very, very nice for Flying Mouse to get both those monks. And that will potentially mean that Flying Mouse might be able to get this relic, which will make the count 2 to 3, which is much better than 4 to 1. And he keeps the monk alive, so Flying Mouse will get this relic. I find it very unlikely that Hannes will be able to secure this. Although, this is a forward monastery, so Hannes could just eventually kill the monastery and take the relics. So, 3 TCs to 4 TCs, and then, obviously, if Hannes wants to, he could get the last upgrades as well. He could get Bowsaw and crop rotation early as the Burgundians. Flying Mouse does pick up that last relic. So it's going to be 2 to 3 on the relic count. Hannes ahead by 6 vills, 7 vills, but slowly Hannes will gain a higher and higher vill lead because he's got 4 TCs compared to his opponent's 3. And Hannes is very close to clicking up. Look at the res collected for Hannes. And is that a fort? No, I was going to say, is that another TC? No, it's a university. He's forcing the university up so he has the last building so he can click in. University is in, and Imp is about to be clicked. Imp is clicked. Imp coming in for Hannes, and Flying Mouse really not that close. Not close to Imp at all. And this is what I was talking about. When we started the game, when we started watching this one, I said that the Turks, if they pressed early, would have the higher advantage because the Burgundians is trying to take advantage of their eco bonus and are probably not going to have a lot of units out in early castle. But Flying Mouse opted for trying to fight for relics and trying to boom, but you can't outboom the Burgundians. You can't outboom the Burgundians. The Burgundians are a very, very boomy civ, and you really need to put pressure on their boom. And Hannes is going to go castle forward. And there's nothing that Flying Mouse has to stop that forward castle. Now, I will say, Flying Mouse did get handcart, and Hannes is still lacking handcart. So Hannes needs to get handcart, because handcart's really, really solid if you have a lot of farms. And this is a very cautious castle. But I like this cautious castle because it's next to 2 golds. He's securing 2 golds on the map. And it's still, once he gets the upgrades, will be in range of these walls. And the thing about that cautious castle is, Flying Mouse can't see it. He doesn't know it's there. Now, he is getting Town Watch. I still don't think, yeah, he still won't be able to see it. We have something I haven't seen before. I have not actually seen the new Flemish militia being built out of barracks, but here we have them being made. And 8 attack and 55 HP. They seem pretty solid. They seem like a very similar version to Helm, maybe. And now they have, I guess they get upgraded automatically when you get up to Imp. Oh, that's interesting. Now they have 11 attack and 60 HP. Huh. Look at that. Something I didn't know. Something I didn't know about the game, that the Flemish militia automatically get upgraded in the next stage. So, I mean, 11 attack is really solid. And I'm guessing they do some bonus attack to Cav. Oh, yeah, 8 bonus. Okay, not nearly as much as a Helb. So, like, they do a lot less bonus damage, but the base damage is higher. Okay. Interesting. So, now, like, Flying Mouse is getting fortified wall. He's getting padded archer armor. What's he going to go for? What's his comp going to be? I think we're going to see maybe hand cannon, bombard cannon. And then, where's the Hussar? Because, like, Hussar is pretty typical. Yeah, Hussar is going to be coming in. Now we have Trebuchets already out for Hannes, and still 40 seconds away from Imp for Flying Mouse. And to be fair, if Hannes gets chemistry, he can still build his own bombard cannons as well. This castle will most likely go down. Hannes in a very good position with 20 more vills, 3k more res collected. He's making light cav and getting the upgrades. Is he gonna go into Hussar? Might just go into Hussar. I'm trying to think. What do you do? Flying Mouse. What do you do against Hussar? Flemish Militia. Right? You could do like Camel hand cannon. Oh, and the hole in the wall and the light cav are in. This is super problematic for Flying Mouse. These light cav could run right back in here and just, oh, they're gonna get a bombard cannon. Han is playing very well here. This castle goes down, this bombard cannon goes down, and I think it's gonna be an early GG. Like this is gonna be very, very hard for Flying Mouse to stop. No defense for Flying Mouse at all. There's nothing, he has nothing to defend with. He's trying to get hand cannons out and camels out. But look how much army is on the field for Hannes. Like, Flying Mouse doing everything he can to stop this push, but this is just a great push by Hannes. Using all of his bonuses with the Burgundians to make this very, very vital push. And I think all of these hand cannons will go down here. Flying Mouse did get some nice conversions in there. He is getting hand cannons out, but I think it's a little too little, too late. And there's just not enough production from Flying Mouse. A Cavalier now coming in from Hannes. The Treb's putting in work. We need to see more Flemish Militia though. I want to see more Flemish Militia. Cavalier's a good option here. Cavalier's gonna clean up the hand cannons and allow for a good push with these Trebs. So you have a few hand cannons, a few Hussar, but that's really all that Flying Mouse has. He has one bombard cannon out. He's trying to queue up more Hussar, but really, like, what are you gonna do against Cavalier with this comp? I think Hannes has had a really, really good game too. Hannes has played this very well. He had a really good civ pick. These Trebs need to deploy, and oh, this could be. Don't throw away your Trebs, Hannes. You've got such a good lead. Don't throw it away. And Hannes' eco untouched, but Flying Mouse still has a decent eco. He has 100 vills. Right? Flying Mouse has done a good job at keeping the production up under pressure. Right? He's kept his vill production. Even now, he's got 2 vills in the queue. And yeah, 5 Trebs and 16 Cavalier, and Hannes is getting Burgundian vineyards right now. Gotta love that. And yeah, these Cavalier will be unstoppable for Hannes. This whole army will get cleared, and then I believe that the eco will go down. And Flying Mouse will probably rapidly call the GG as soon as his army is cleared here. Too many Trebs, too many Cavalier for Flying Mouse to be able to defend it from this. And well played. A very dominating performance in game 1 by Flying Mouse, and now Hannes having a very strong dominating performance in game 2. Always nice to see a back and forth with both players getting some solid gameplay. And there's the GG. GG is called. And Hannes once again with the higher EAPM, same as last game. We'll take a quick look at the stats, just so if there's someone that wants to check these, you can do so. I am uploading all of these finals sets to YouTube, so if you missed the live cast, you can always go back and watch it later. No way is this real Hannes. This is a real player named Hannes from Germany. I'm gonna go ahead and open up game 3, guys. We'll go ahead and give the win to Hannes. So it's 1-1 in the set. And what's up, Sakijo? All right, back to replays. Let's go to game 3. I believe that's down here. And yeah, I think we're gonna have some hybrid maps now, I believe. Game 3, there we go. All right, so we'll hop right into game 3. First 2 games have been really good, very enjoyable. All right, migration. Let me quickly switch these players' colors. Flying Mouse will be in red. Oops. There we go. And I'll speed it up slightly here at the beginning. And this is the migration that we're all pretty used to, where the migration land is in between the two players. The map gens have been funny sometimes during this tournament, where players have spawned very close to each other. But in this version, there is land coming out like a peninsula over here that separates them, and then there's a huge chunk of land here in the middle. But Hannes is playing in blue as the Dravidians, and Flying Mouse is playing in red as the Vikings. Both very strong hybrid civs, and I think that they both have really good bonuses for this map. I don't think that either one of them has like a massive advantage over the other. Hannes being Dravidians means that his docks will count as a house, so he'll have to build less houses in the beginning, and also he gets 200 wood every time he gets to the next age, which helps with the ship production and the dock production. And Flying Mouse gets the cheaper docks as the Vikings and the cheaper galleys as the Vikings. So he'll be able to make cheaper ships, whereas Hannes will have more res to make ships. I think in the long run, the Vikings will have the better bonus, but in the short term, the Dravidians have a very strong bonus with the 200 extra wood. And as far as the eco goes, Flying Mouse, obviously as the Vikings, will get wheelbarrow and handcart for free, which is really strong, right? Really strong for your eco. I think that the Dravidians do get a special warship. It is as well, because we already know the longboats for the Vikings, and then I think it's the Thracidae. Is that? I believe that's the right term for the ship. I don't know if we can see that here. I don't think we have it here, but yeah, they get really cool large ship that they can build. I believe it's called Thracidae. But like as far as the land play goes, I mean, both civs get Arbalest. Both civs have good infantry, but I think I like the Dravidians slightly better as far as the land composition goes, because they do get elephant archers. Not only do they get elephant archers, but I think that their unique unit is going to do well against the infantry that the Vikings make. So and you get the faster attacking skirms for the Dravidians to deal with the heavy attack on the archers, or the Arbalest for the Vikings, right? The Arbalest for the Vikings get 1+ attack when you get their unique tech. What's their unique tech even called? Boggs Vigar? No, that's not the one. Yeah, that is the one. Boggs Vigar makes it so their Viking longboats and their archers get +1 attack, I believe. So we have 3 docks. I'll go ahead and slow it down now. We have 3 docks out for Hannes, who has 9 fishing ships. Super heavy on the fishing. And Flying Mouse has 3 docks as well, but only has 4 fishing ships. But he is getting his production of galleys out much quicker than Hannes. So Flying Mouse opts to go up faster and get the galleys out. And this is kind of greedy. I'm not even going to say kind of. This is very greedy. Hannes is building so many fishing ships, but he has no military to protect them. He's going to go up, and I think he's going to build galleys himself. We'll see. No galleys. Where are the galleys? Where are the galleys? Hannes! Oh, and it's going to be a market and blacksmith. He's not even going to build. No ships? Oh, man. I think this is a mistake. I think Flying Mouse is going to come in here and feast on these fishing ships. And behind it, we've got Viking Eco. Wheelbarrow's already in. And although Flying Mouse only has 4 fishing ships, I think he's going to be happy with his 4 fishing ships that stay alive versus his opponent's 9 that die. And Hannes opting to go straight up the castle and not build any military. I think this is a mistake. I think Hannes is going to regret it. Like, you don't want to let all of your fish die and let your opponent have rain on the water. And that's what's happening. Now, now we're seeing galleys from Hannes, but Hannes has already lost 4 fishing ships and he's going to lose a 5th. And the res collected for Hannes are a little bit higher at the moment, but that Viking eco is going to be very strong, and these fishing ships are going to work away with no delay. And that rhymed. Flying Mouse has full control of the water. Full control, and like now you have Hannes getting double bid axe, but the opponent had double bid axe and wheelbarrow for much longer, and Flying Mouse is already caught up in res collected, and now he's surpassed Hannes. And oh, Flying Mouse is just gonna go in here with these galleys and wreak havoc on this woodline. Hannes is gonna have to find a new woodline to take, because yeah, this woodline is no longer gonna be available. Oh, he's gonna lose a vill here too. Oh no, Hannes, no, pay attention. Hannes, don't let the galleys raid your woodline. Oh no. And I guess Hannes is busy over here microing, but he doesn't realize what's happening on his woodline. This all idle woodline. Now I will say Hannes is winning the war over here on the water, which is good. But so many idle vills. 6 idle vills doing nothing now because of that woodline raid. And these 4 fishing ships did stay alive for Hannes, and the res collected is relatively close, but Hannes only has 26 vills, and Flying Mouse has 35 vills. The eco count is now in favor of Flying Mouse by 8, and the military numbers are stronger for Flying Mouse as well, who's going to go back around and maybe kill the rest of these fishing ships. Now, War Galley is in for Hannes, and it will be, or will come in very soon. Oh, this vill might go down. No, Hannes loses another vill to the galleys. Wow. Flying Mouse putting on a really good show with his galleys. He's doing a great job. He's put a lot of pressure on Hannes. Now, like, War Galley's in. Hannes needs to go forward and get value. He was up first. He's got War Galley. Now he needs to take advantage of it. And oh, he thought that War Galley would scare these ships off or maybe be able to kill them, but now he's quickly realized that that one War Galley wasn't enough. Now, these, oh, they're going to go back to the wood line. These galleys over here wreaking havoc on Hannes' wood line for a second time. Will more vills go down here? That is the question. I think so. I think we're going to see more vills go down here. Oh, nope. Maybe not. But they're all weak now. Hannes needs to bypass the dock and kill the fish. That's what he needs to do. Hannes has lost. Oh, apparently they had something happen, but it's over now. It's all in German. I don't know what it says. Hannes, I think, killed a few fishing boats here. Let's see. Yeah, he had some fishing boat kills. 2 fishing boats is what he got there. Now, Hannes did build a transport, so he can make it over to the mainland now. And Flying Mouse will be up very soon to castle. Oh, he was looking for his kid for a second? Okay. Thank you, Aramon, for clarifying that. I appreciate it. I could have always used Google Translate, I guess, but when you have chat that knows German, it's all good. You just use chat. And Hannes has a lot of War Galleys out now, but he's down 5 vills, right, in the eco count. And Flying Mouse is going to get handcart for free, which is a pretty big deal. And there's a transport for Flying Mouse. Oh, he already transported. He already transported and built a barracks on the mainland. Where's the transport for... Okay, there's the transport for Hannes. He needs to drop his vills off. He does. That's still a lot of galleys from Flying Mouse that are going to soon be war galleys, right? He's going to have a lot of war galleys. These war galleys will have to run for Hannes or die, either way. Are we going to see a TC? These vills are running quite a ways. Where's he going? Is he just looking for a good spot, a good position? Are we going to see any military out? No. I think that's just so he can build the stable, perhaps. And yeah, these warships. Yes. Hannes is not. Another pause and another play, which is fine. And then, like, Hannes loses a few of these war galleys because he wasn't paying attention over there. Vill count is very similar now. The war galley count is slightly in favor of Hannes, but Hannes does not have them all together, and Flying Mouse does. So I think this is going to be slightly problematic for Hannes. who may lose his war galley numbers. Now we're seeing a TC drop from Hannes, and we're gonna see Knights from Flying Mouse. Interesting. Flying Mouse does not opt for the TC right away. He opts for the Knights on the mainland. And I will say, Hannes has built back a few fishing ships, so he has 5 now. And Flying Mouse is still on 4. He lost 2, rebuilt 2, and now there's a TC on a hill from Flying Mouse. And these units just passing. I don't know if they saw each other. Now, Hannes will see this TC. And it looks like Hannes is trying to kill the fishing ships. Nice job sniping these fishing ships from Hannes. And Hannes holding these war galleys back at the moment here. Holding them at bay. But does not have the numbers to win this fight. If Flying Mouse goes forward, he will win that fight. Transport killed by Hannes. That actually can be really big. If you lose a transport and can't move vills to the mainland, that could be really bad. A lot of ships moving forward for Flying Mouse. A lot of ships. Hannes has a lot on the mainland. Does have a TC here. This knight is going to discover this TC here in a second. It does. Okay, big engagement. Big engagement. And oh, Flying Mouse with the demo. This could be a really big demo. Oh, big demo shot. Big demo shot. A lot of HP taken off of these war galleys. And Flying Mouse has to be very happy with that fight. He's going to kill these very easily now, and then the fish will go down for Hannes, who has built. Now he's back to 8 fishing ships, and he is building some fire ships along with the war galleys. I do like that because it will push Flying Mouse back for a little bit longer, right? And Hannes does have a much better eco right now. 49 vills compared to 46, 8 fishing ships compared to 2. Oh no, he went back. Oh no, the misclick. The misclick, he builds 3 trade cogs. Oh no, Hannes. Oh, that could be game changing, and he's got a 4th one queued up. No. Don't do it. Oh, and they're going to run right. No. Run away with them. Run away with the trade cogs. Maybe you can get some gold out of them. I don't know. Oh, man. That's so much investment down the drain. That's rough, guys. That's really rough to be in a position where you needed the Navy, and instead you got trade cogs. Oh, man. Feels bad. Oh, and this one knight denying the castle. Hannes wants to get up a defensive castle, or actually really an aggressive castle. And the knight kills a vill and keeps him from building the castle he wants to build. Now we have a monastery going up for Hannes. And these galleys just putting in work. On both sides of the map, there's 31 war galleys on the water for Flying Mouse. And the eco KD, or not eco KD, sorry, the eco is very similar in res collected. These fire galleys getting some value for Hannes. He is killing a few of these war galleys. But not enough. Not enough. And where are the trade cogs? Did the trade cogs die? No, the trade cogs are looking for value. Looking to get some value by trading, but I think these war galleys are going to find them. Yeah, he sees it. Yeah, he sees it and he's going to kill the trade cogs. Oh, so unfortunate here. A vill kill for this for this mangonel. The mangonel's probably going to start blowing away at this TC here. And all the fishing's going to go down for Hannes. Oh, rough. And the conversion might come in here for Hannes, though. I think this knight gets converted. Oh, and the delete. Flying Mouse with a really good delete there. And these fire ships putting in some work. I will say the fire ships are getting some value. But the eco count is slowly turning in favor of Flying Mouse, and Flying Mouse will probably get this conversion as well. He doesn't, and he kills his own vill. Oh man, he deletes his own vill with the mangonel shot. These fires still putting in the work over here, killing some of the Navy. I will say Flying Mouse is down to 14 war galleys, right? He's lost a lot of his navy, but he is pressing on in the mainland. And there is a siege workshop up now for Hannes. Hannes has tons of stone. He needs to do something with that stone. He needs to do... Oh! This is an aggressive castle. Your opponent has monks and siege there. What? What is this? A delete for the scout, and oh, good shot. Gets the mangonel. Trade. It doesn't even trade. He just gets a mangonel there. Now Archer's coming out here, and oh, and Flying Mouse gets it right back. Hey, what's up, Wolf11? How's it going? Really nice little raid here for Flying Mouse, taking out these. He's trying to take out these docks. Oh, he doesn't get it. The good mangonel shot for Flying Mouse takes out Hannes' mangonel and doesn't lose his own. Oh, big shot on the Vils. No, the Vils. So much death here for Hannes. He loses like 5 Vils and he's gonna lose more. Oh man, he's not paying attention. He's microing these over here. He's not paying attention to the Vils, and all of the Vils are going down. Okay, he trades mangonels. No, the castle's being built by 1 Vil. No. The mangonel and the rams are going to come out for Flying Mouse, and Hannes is in trouble. He could have just built a castle back here, a defensive castle, but he keeps going forward for this castle, and all more Vils go down. No, oh man, another big shot. So many Vils go down for Hannes. Oh, what a poor decision to go forward on this castle. And he calls the GG. Oh, man. I think that if Hannes had just built the castle back here, he would have been fine. He was actually doing well on the water. He was taking back some of the water, and like, I don't think his position was that bad. I think he saw the score and felt like it was over, but a lot of that score is just water, right? There's 14 war galleys and 2 demos and 4 fishing ships for your opponent on the water right now. The res collected is actually super close, and prior to the like 20 Vils that Hannes lost trying to get this castle up, the eco count was super similar as well. I think you opt to build the castle back here, and you go up to Imp, and you're fine. Yeah, this is a rough one, but well played by Flying Mouse. Flying Mouse putting on a lot of pressure with the galleys, and then the war galleys putting a lot of pressure on with the siege. Got some really good mangonel shots over here. Flying Mouse taking game number 3. So we'll go ahead and grab game number 4 and dive in. It's been a good series so far, back and forth. Really enjoyed this one. All right, so now we're gonna go on to game 4. I think this one is it. Game 4. Boom. I'm gonna drink some more cranberry grape juice. Okay. Game number 4. Here we are. Let me change Flying Mouse's color real quick. Okay. So Flying Mouse in the red as Hindustanis, and Hannes in the blue as Bohemians. And I talked about this before, how Bohemians are very strong on Arena and Fortress. And I think we're going to see some of that here. At the same time, Hindustanis are very good, especially with their late game comp that's very deadly. I think if you're Hannes and you're the Bohemians in this situation, you want to take advantage of their very strong eco in the early castle, because they get the mining techs for free, and it allows you, if you're going like monk, Hussite wagon, it allows you to make a lot of monks with the gold income that you get. So I think you want to pressure early. You don't want the Hindustanis to get that amazing late game comp death ball with their like hand cannons, imperial camels, and bombard cannons. I mean, the same can be true of the Bohemians, right? You could be like Hussite wagon, Halb, and Hofnitze. But I think that the Hindustanis have just more mobility with that comp with the camels. And they get the better boom, right? Because they get the cheap bills, they get a really, really nice boom. And so I think it's better if you put pressure on the Hindustanis early. We're gonna see if that's what is what happens, but we'll speed things up slightly here in the beginning, and then after that, we will we'll slow it down when we hit some action, right? Because we don't need to see their build orders. We know that they're gonna have pretty clean build orders at this elo, and it's gonna be, unless they like lose a vill to a boar or something, we don't really need to pay attention to all the minute details. Let's see their scouting, though. That's kind of important to see if they find the relics or not. And where is Red Scout? Oh, there we go. There we go. Flying Mouse has not done a whole lot of scouting yet. Hannes has found one relic. That is a pretty early feudal age timing, to be honest. You can do it that fast on this map. But I'm going to say that Hannes is going for some kind of forward play. This feudal age timing is much more typical. 24 vills. It's going to be like a 24 plus 2 and then a boom for Flying Mouse is my guess. But 22 plus 2 indicates some kind of castle play to me. Maybe he wants to go into Hussite wagons. Maybe Monk Hussite wagon. Maybe he'll get like a petard or something and press forward here. We will see. Market and Market and Stable right away. Maybe Hannes just wants to go for relic play. I mean, Hannes did do something similar on the arena map, right? Where he went for relics, went for the boom, and was able to take home a nice win. I think the difference here is that the Hindustanis have a very, very nice boom. Hey, David, what's up? Hello, hello. Yeah, so let's check the map again. Hannes has found 2 relics. He's still looking. Flying Mouse is like healing up his scout or something because he hasn't really checked much. Yeah, and Hannes did have a slight idle time. I agree. That is a little bit of an oof. He could have gone up. Yeah, he could have gone up 1 vill later, I think, and had a cleaner build. Res collected slightly favorable for Hannes, and that's just because the mining upgrade that comes for free. So there's slightly more gold for him. And now Hannes is up. Now what are we gonna see? We're gonna see a monastery and a TC. Okay. This is the same exact build that Hannes went for on Arena, and it paid off for him. So we'll see if this one pays off as well. He can see 3 of the relics. Flying Mouse can only see 1. And I would actually say that the relics are very favorable for Hannes, who has 1, 2, 3 relics right near his base, and a 4th that he could get. Only 1 of the relics really spawned near Flying Mouse. So I think he has a very good chance of getting 3 relics. Now Hannes, he can only see 3 though. He needs to do some more scouting, right? And Flying Mouse could get very lucky here and find this monk potentially. No, he's not going to. So Flying Mouse on 2 TCs, Hannes on 2 TCs, Vill count very similar, eco count basically the same. The big difference is one of them has already secured a relic and is out getting relics. The other player has not really moved out. And there's one monk out for Flying Mouse who is going to go for this relic. 3rd TC for Hannes, and we'll slow things down now. 3rd TC coming in for Hannes. 2nd, Flying Mouse sees this relic, and maybe if he stays around this relic, she could decide to stay around that relic. He will see this monk. The other option is he just keeps scouting, and this monk gets that relic. Will he notice? Does he notice this? He could run back right now, run right through here, and maybe pick that monk off. I think he is. Yeah, he knows that relic just disappeared, and he's searching. And we might have the same thing over here, maybe not. No, just passing. This monk goes down. Flying Mouse will get this relic. I think he'll get this relic as well. Does he see that relic? Yeah, he sees that relic. I think that we'll end up having a 3-2 relic count, just like in the arena game. The difference here is that the Hindustanis do get very cheap bills, right? Now we've got 3 TCs for Hannes, but he's not producing out of all of them currently. Now he is. Ecotechs. We have a heavy plow and bow saw for Hannes. And Flying Mouse also has heavy plow and bow saw and wheelbarrow. And yep, they both have wheelbarrow. Okay, so they have the same ecotechs. They have very similar villager counts. Hannes is just kind of camping the 2 relics on his side. And yeah, we've got 2 relics. Wait. What happened to this? Okay, he did get it. I was like, hold on a second. Where did that relic go? Okay. Flying Mouse has 2 relics. Hannes is going to have 2 relics, and he should get this 3rd one. Ooh, a fast imp timing for Flying Mouse. The reason why Flying Mouse decided not to go on to 3 TCs is because he's going for fast imp. I like it. Wow, what a great choice from Flying Mouse. The fast imp play. Nice. Nice. He's going to have the university. It's very hard to stop fast imp, right? And if Hannes is paying attention, maybe he saw the score drop. Maybe, but he's not that close. Hannes would have to buy his way up, and he doesn't have that much farming eco. He's only got 24 on food, and he just added a lot of farms. So he realized that he had a lot of wood to spend, and he's adding farms. And now we're seeing Gulams from Flying Mouse. I don't think he's going to stay on Gulams. I think he's going to add ranges and go, yeah, he's going to add the ranges. He's going to go hand cannon. I think we're going to see hand cannon, Treb, or hand cannon, bombard cannon from Flying Mouse. And then eventually we'll probably see some like light cav or some Imperial camels or something like that. And Loom coming in now for Flying Mouse. And Hannes probably feels very confident. He's like, I've got the score lead. I'm about to get my 3rd relic. You know, I've got 3 TCs and a nice boom. I've got a really good civ for the late game. I'm up to imp. And yes, he's up to imp, but Flying Mouse is going to be up to imp a whole 2 minutes before him. And 2 minutes can make a big difference, right? Can make a very big difference. What did he kill there? He killed something. I think he killed a scout here. These Gulams looking for value, right? The Gulams just running around looking for value. Grand Trunk Road, Chemistry, and Leather Archer Armor coming in for Flying Mouse. And it's going to be hand cannons. Oh, we got some attacking happening here. A Vill's going to go down. And Hannes does realize this, but okay, Monk's going to try and convert over there. He has a hole right here that Hannes has not realized. There's a hole right there. Hannes with really good scouting. Flying Mouse with really good scouting as well. Does have these units that he needs to use. I wonder if Hannes is going to realize that there's a hole here. Like, this is a very bad hole. And the Gulams are going to keep using that hole to annoy his eco. Now, Chemistry is coming in for Hannes right now. And Chemistry is in for Flying Mouse. Okay, we get a conversion there on the scout. Now it's going to run, and actually, boom. Good play by Flying Mouse. He gets a scout, and then he uses that scout to bait another scout into the castle fire. And Hannes has still not seen this hole. This is really, really poor walling from Hannes. He needs to realize that there's a hole there. Otherwise, he's going to continue to think this is all safe. And Flying Mouse can just run in there. Now, Flying Mouse gets hand cart, something that Hannes is still missing. And Hannes has the eco lead currently. But I think that if you don't have hand cart, that makes a huge difference in the eco in the long term. And now we're seeing the hand cannons for Flying Mouse. Are we gonna see? We're gonna see Elite Skirm from Hannes. I do not like Elite Skirm from Hannes. I think that you want to go with your own hand cannons because you have more eco than your opponent, or maybe Hussite Wagon against hand cannon. It's not bad. Hussite wagon and bombard cannon. You're up to imp and you've got chemistry. Why does he build a second university? Oh, I don't like that. That's a mistake. He needs to get a siege workshop up. All right. I think we just saw the tech come in for, yeah, we have Shatagni, I think it is. Which means that these bad boys have what, 9 range on them now? Yeah, 9 range. Crazy. 9 range is insane. And this castle is getting trebbed. Bahanis has made nothing, and he's making, I don't like elite skirmisher here. He's got, like, your opponent has Gulam, and you're making elite skirmishers. You could be making hand cannons here. You could be making your own hand cannons that deals with it pretty much everything that he makes. And you have the better eco. Oh, no. And Hannes, is he making Treb? No Treb. Is he making... Okay, he's making bombard cannons. This is good. This is good. Flying Mouse now adding stables. And I think... Can he see the... He can't see these skirms yet. But he's adding the stables, which is the right thing if you're going to make... And there it is. He's going to make camels, and he's going to make them heavy camels and then elite camels. I think Hannes wants to go out and build a castle out here, or maybe not. Maybe he's just collecting stone. He's repairing this castle. There's Hussite wagons. Okay. It feels almost like Hannes wasn't sure what to make. And Flying Mouse knows exactly what comp he needs. He needs hand cannon camel. And like the hand cannons, just they have so much range. They actually do really well against elite skirms. Like skirms, they're not going to be a great unit here. And then you make your own hand cannons, or you make Hussite wagons and bombard cannons. Yeah, no upgrades either. Exactly, no. I should say one upgrade on the skirms. And there's just so many hand cannons for for the Hindustanis, and the Hindustani hand cannons are insane. This is very, very, very strong. They get the +1 attack. I think they get +1 attack for the Hindustani hand cannons, and then they get +2 range. It's, yeah, really, really nuts. Maybe it's +1 armor. I can't remember. +1 armor, +1 range, attack. I think it's +1 armor. But yeah, these bombard cannon, hand cannons, so many hand cannons for Flying Mouse. And now Flying Mouse's eco is continuing to produce, and Hannes has stopped producing. He stopped producing Vills a while ago. He's producing a few right now, but look at that idle time. 14 minutes of idle time for Hannes. It seems to me like when Hannes starts to concentrate on the battle, he forgets about making eco behind it. This happened in game 1 as well, where Hannes started producing military and fighting, and he's getting decent trades with his military, but his eco is suffering because of it. And there's still a hole here, guys. He's walled this whole side, but there's still a hole right there. And these bombard cannons are going down to castle fire. Oh man, that's rough. And we're seeing Cavalier, which is a very, very bad option here. Cavalier is not going to do well against Imperial camels. So I think Hannes is not sure what to make. And it should have been hand cannon Hufnitze, or Hussite wagon Hufnitze monk, or Halb Hufnitze Hussite wagon. There's like you can do Halb hand cannon Hufnitze. That's good. There's like 3 different combos that you could do, but he's making none of those units. Right? He's making Cavalier and skirms is what he's chosen so far, and that's not what you want with the Bohemians against the Hindustanis. Now Flying Mouse was losing a few hand cannons to the castle fire, but he realized and he pulled it back. Now, I think the light cav, the problem is going to be the light cav can run right in here because this is not walled. And maybe Hannes will realize that now. We'll see. Now, Hannes is getting I'm sorry, Flying Mouse is getting the upgrades for his camels. Still lacking a lot of upgrades. And this is really smart. So Flying Mouse is playing the long game. He realizes that he's got the lead, and he's like, I'm just going to make sure that my eco is secured, and he's walling this off. Now, like, Hannes has to realize now this is open. This is a lot of Cavalier, but you're playing Cavalier against the best Camel Civ in the game. And the Cavalier is not really a great unit for the Bohemians, right? They don't have great Cav. Right? You look at their tech tree, they're missing the last armor upgrade. They don't get bloodlines. Like, it's just a bad decision to go Cavalier here. Yeah, and the camel queue just exploded. The camels are gonna come in. And I think we're gonna see a GG rather soon here from Hannes, who is stuck in a corner. He does have 3 relics, but what are 3 relics gonna do for you when your opponent has the whole map and an army sitting on your doorstep pushing you? Now there's the last armor upgrade coming in for these camels. If you're Hannes, you have gone into the wrong composition, and there's nothing you can do to fight this comp now. 41 Cavalier will not beat 22 heavy camels and 34 hand cannons. Amazing comp for Flying Mouse, who's just gonna shred these camels, and the GG is called. The GG is called. It's interesting that Hannes is playing faster than Flying Mouse, but he's making the wrong decisions at least in this game for the comp. Right? He needs to have played a different comp against the Hindustanis. But fun game nonetheless. Well played by Flying Mouse. The fast imp into hand cannons and the pressure with the trebuchets was beautiful. And then adding the camels as soon as he saw Cav from his opponent was really, really good. So on to game 5, and we'll see if Flying Mouse is able to close out the final set with a win here, or if Hannes is able to have a comeback. Let's see. Need to find the right game. Here it is. Okay, guys, game 5. Hey, Def Vader, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right. So I'm going to change Flying Mouse to red real quick. Oh, give me a second, guys. Sorry about the screen there. All right. Flying Mouse playing as Chinese in the red, and Hannes playing as Portuguese in the blue. And I'll just let you guys see this for a second. This is a very interesting Mediterranean map gen. We have seen this a few times in this tournament where the water does not spawn in between the players, but spawns up at the top or down at the bottom. And in this case, they are right across from each other, and the water is all up here. So they're gonna realize that, I'm sure, very quickly, and it's gonna be interesting how they play it. There is all the neutral sheep out here that either player could go and get if they realize that it's there. Flying Mouse having Chinese, a very strong land civ, and not bad as a naval civ either. Hannes having, again, a very strong land civ, but also a very strong on water. So great hybrid civ. And I want to see what they're going to do with these civs. I don't love this lumber camp because it's forward. But I don't know that Hannes realizes that his opponent is here. He should know now because he sees the mouflon. And then he also sees the scout here. He should know. Oh, he's gonna go right into the TC fire. Oh my. Okay. The scout is still alive though. He can run back with it. He knows where his opponent is now. Jetpack Jones, what's up? Yeah, and like Hannes now probably realizes that this lumber camp was not a good one because it's forward. I mean, he doesn't really see the other wood line that he has back here, so I guess this is going to be the best one that he could take. And he's going to run back to his own TC here. Hannes has both of his boars in a very awkward position right here. Oh, and Hannes gets the kill on Flying Mouse's on Flying Mouse's scout, which is really nice. He almost lost his own scout, but now he took out Flying Mouse's scout. So if I were Hannes, now is the time. Go grab all of the extra sheep. You know your opponent can't. But I don't know if he'll think of that or not. I hope that he thinks of it. And then Hannes is doing the right thing. He's adding a bunch to wood. And then he'll be able to get the dock out pretty quickly. Flying Mouse obviously has the Vil lead from being Chinese, and he has the Res Collected lead. So he'll be able to get his dock out very quickly. But at the same time, Flying Mouse is playing blind, right? He has no scout. He has to go get his sheep with his Vil. That's rough. And he does know about this boar, though, so that's good for him. Hannes knows about his boars. He hasn't taken either of his boars, and he's trying to push the Mouflon. Honestly, like, I would come back and push these after I get the 9 free sheep. Right? There's 9 free sheep to take. That's 900 food that you could have secured versus this, like, 600 food that, yes, is very nice to have, but at the same time, you could take this later after you get all the free food. I don't know. Either way, it's not bad. He can push these. It's a good decision as well. Hannes gonna be slightly behind. Honestly, they're gonna be about the same time on their fishing ships. Oh, but they both had idle TC time. Rough. Both of them had some idle TC time, and like Flying Mouse, obviously just gonna be ahead because he's Chinese. He's gonna have that 2 Vil lead. Should have like a 2 Vil lead because he still has to get Loom in the beginning. Seems more like a 3 Vil lead. I guess the idle time from Hannes has made it more like a 3 Vil lead. But yeah, well, what is this? What is this wall? Why is he walling off his dock? I don't like it. Wall to the woodline, right? Wall to the woodline. Why are we walling this way? I don't understand this wall, guys. Maybe one of you know what he's doing. I don't. Def Vader says, I was in Mouse's group for WWCC, and I practiced a bunch with him back when I was 1400. Nice. Yeah, Flying Mouse is a really, really talented player. Very fun to watch. He has some very unique strategies. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what this is. And what's up, Decker? I don't get the walling here. I think this was like a weird decision. Like he could have walled here, here, and here, and had the whole side walled, and now he's like got this weird wall up, not even really going to the TC. Like, is it just to defend his fishing bill? Like, I'm not sure what's going on here. So both players have 3 fishing ships out. Flying Mouse has a very quick uptime. Like he's going up to feudal at 22 Vils and 3 fishing ships, so like 25 eco units, and he's gonna be able to get out and attack the fish a lot earlier than Hannes will be able to. And I think this is a mistake that Hannes has made. He made it in the migration game as well, where he opted for a later uptime. He gets more eco out on the water, but then he loses it because he doesn't have any army out to protect it. I think that he needed to go up a little faster. Like now he's going to go up, but it's going to be so late. It's going to be hard for him to match the army numbers for Flying Mouse. And Flying Mouse building a barracks very early, which to me indicates he's most likely going to go into like an archer galley. Okay, he's going to go fire galley. I think he's going to go archers. Yeah, he's going to go archers on land. And then, oh no, does he realize? Why? Why are we building a lumber camp on like 9 trees? No! This is such a bad decision. Oh no, Hannes, like you have this nice, beautiful woodline right here. Why are we taking the tiny one? Guys, help me understand why we're doing this. Oh boy. Like, this is such a nice woodline for Flying Mouse. This is a fine woodline, but why are we taking the tiny woodline instead of the nice woodline? And now Hannes doesn't have the wood to build. Okay, now he is. He's building the mining camp. The fire is killing the fish. For Flying Mouse is putting pressure on the fishing. Hannes is running away with that fishing ship. And archers are going to come out for Flying Mouse. And we're seeing a Smith come up, and we're going to see archer play from Flying Mouse. And Hannes loses a fishing ship there. And this is what I was talking about, guys. Like, what does Hannes have? What does Hannes have to be able to defend? He has nothing on water. And he also has nothing on land, right? He's got no military. He opted for more fishing ships that are just going to go down to the fires. Oh, and we're going to see double archery play from Flying Mouse. Flying Mouse is going for the kill. Flying Mouse is not, he's not messing around. He's like, I want to win this set. This is the finals. I'm going to kill my opponent in game 5 and take the trophy. I think that's the mentality from Flying Mouse, and I think it was too greedy from Hannes. Going for so many fish prior to clicking up is a rough decision. And the thing is, Hannes is not used. He had his scout alive. He could have scouted all of this and been aware of what's coming. Now he has no idea that it's coming, and it's on his doorstep. And now he has to run. His whole eco has to run. Oh man. And Flying Mouse getting Vil kills here is really big. He has fletching. Oh, we do have a demo here from Hannes. Might be able to pick off these fires. And now a forced tower. What do you guys bet that he's gonna put the wood in here and then build the lumber camp over here, guys? Yeah. Imagine if he hadn't built this lumber camp here in the first place. Oh, and then Flying Mouse kills another Vil of Hannes. Oh no. Yeah, the water's going down for Hannes. Flying Mouse is taking water over. He's got military out on the field. He's building more archers. He forced a tower. Hannes has this tower. Oh, this actually is good for Hannes. Flying Mouse is not paying attention. He's losing the archers. He's losing the archers. Oh, he only loses one though. So, and Flying Mouse over here, I guess. And here's the difference too. Hannes has 2 docks. Flying Mouse has only been on 1 dock and has been able to outproduce Hannes on water, or outplay, I should say. And res collected, very favorable for Flying Mouse. Almost 700 res collected ahead. And Flying Mouse now getting archers surrounding the eco for Hannes. And Hannes is trying to get skirms out, but they're going to be skirms with no fletching and no padded archer armor. So it's going to be very hard for those skirms to do much against the archers. There's going to be 4 archers with upgrades versus 1 skirm without upgrades. There's 13 military out on the field and 41 Vils for Flying Mouse. Only 35 for Hannes and only 5 military out on the field. 2 skirms, a scout, and 2 fire galleys for Hannes. Versus the 3 fire galleys, 10 archers, and a spear for Flying Mouse. Flying Mouse is denying the berries. Oh no! This Hannes, what are you doing? No, he's taking the wood line that's got archers on it. He could just send the Vils over here to this wood line, and there's so many Vils taking damage or going down over here. Rough. And there's gonna be another Vil that dies over here. Oh man, Eco KD is 6-0, flying in Flying Mouse's favor. Flying Mouse playing this beautifully. Like, just absolute beautiful gameplay from Flying Mouse. Hannes on panic mode, yeah. It feels like Hannes is in panic mode. And now, like, these skirms will push the archers back, but now there's a 10 Vil lead for Flying Mouse, who's now going to add scouts. And the scouts are going to take care of the skirms. Perfect reaction. Flying Mouse knows my opponent's going to be forced onto skirms. I'm going to add scouts, and he will die. And just playing this really well. Flying Mouse getting does have a lot of idols here, but doing a really good job taking out the skirms, taking out the fish, adding a second dock now. Flying Mouse is adding a second dock. I think Hannes has added some fishing ships thinking, well, at least I can boom on water, but your opponent has fire ships and you do not. This scout getting value on that Vil. The skirms trying to pick off some of these archers, but there's scouts out for Flying Mouse. And oh no. Okay, so they finished the wood here. These villas finished the wood here. Look where they're going for wood. Why we ever had a lumber camp on 10 trees is beyond me. I don't think that's probably one of the worst mistakes I've seen in in bracket D. Building a lumber camp when you had this you had this wood line to take and you built a lumber camp here, and now look at this. They're long distancing wood from here to here. And the amount of archers, oh, the castle timing from Flying Mouse, amazing game from Flying Mouse, a rough game for Hannes. I think that maybe after the last 2 games, Hannes was slightly shook. And it is hard to be under the pressure of going to into game 5 of best of 7, knowing that your opponent could win the series. There is a lot of pressure there. So, I see very few win conditions for Hannes. Hannes is up to castle, but there's so much military out and just such a better eco for Flying Mouse. And Flying Mouse is going to be up first, right? Flying Mouse is going to be up first. He's going to have crossbow first, and most likely all of these skirms are just going to die. And these vills still long ranging the wood here. Oh man. And what's crazy is I think that Flying Mouse is going to find this. He's going to run away from these skirms and run right into these vills, and he's just going to clean up the vills, guys. Maybe not. I think he should. I think instead of focusing down these skirms, well, maybe he will win this. It's not a very good fight, but I guess with the crossbows, it's okay. But more crossbows forward. What are we going to see here? Why are these vills here? Towers? Oh, a siege workshop. Okay. Hannes doing a nice job getting the fires back out. On water and defending his fish. There's the GG. Wow. Dominating performance by Flying Mouse. A 4-1 in the final. Well played, Flying Mouse. Well played, Hannes. Very entertaining. We had one really good game from Hannes where he played spectacularly. It took a solid win against Flying Mouse. But Flying Mouse putting on a really good show. Very, very talented game. Very talented from Flying Mouse in his games. I think it was a lot of fun, guys. I'm really happy with the results of Sola Victoria. This was Bracket D, the finals for Bracket D. I will be casting the brackets from the lowest bracket to the highest bracket over the next few days. And you'll probably see C and B and A soon. And then I'll upload all of the finals to YouTube for people to watch if they're interested in watching them. Thanks to Flying Mouse and Hannes for playing in the tournament, putting on a good show for us.